grew up in Nashville, Tennessee. I was involved in music in some way for recreational purposes. It was just a fun thing to do. I was in choir and chorus and did music in school. I came to New York City to go to Columbia University, assuming that I was leaving country music and Nashville and the South behind me. What I found when I came to Columbia was that there was a really lovely country music audience in New York City that made me realize that I could continue to be involved in country music and still get my education here and ultimately still live here, and yet, keep my Nashville roots strong by, with that connection to the music. When I graduated from school, I wanted to stay in New York. I never really thought of music as a proper career or something that I would do full-time as an adult until I was really out of college already. I had done some performing in college, coffee house type of things on campus, and found that I really loved to perform and that I wanted to get better at it. I still didn't know at that time that I might try to do it professionally, but I wanted to take the next steps, whatever they might be, to be a better performer, to be a better musician, and to really immerse myself in that as a avocation of some kind.
Leather jackets on the board, dinner with a worn out place on the pocket.
When I started playing music more seriously, I realized if I wanted to stay in New York and do these things and be involved in these things, that I'd have to go get some kind of job to pay my rent. And so I started out in a Wall Street firm as a secretary and worked my way up into a sort of managerial role. I was asked by Elvis Costello, who's a great hero of mine, to open a tour for him here in the United States. I had a moment where I really had to go to my bosses at Bank of America and say, I've been asked to do something that I don't want to say no to, and I'm prepared to leave my job if you won't let me take the time to go on tour with Elvis Costello. Fortunately, in the short term, my bosses at the bank were all Elvis Costello fans, so they said, you should seize the moment. It was really the moment that I realized if I was going to continue to pursue music seriously, that I was going to need to be doing it full time.
Nothing pawned and nothing proved. One night spent on that cold top floor.
My new album is called Humming by the Flowered Vine. It's a lyric from one of my songs. I just thought that the lyric itself was maybe evocative and might be useful as a title. The idea of humming by the flowered vine, it's sort of vague. It could be a metaphor for singing, it could be a metaphor for writing, and I thought that that might be an appropriate type of title to have for this record.
Sometimes I see their faces in the most unlikely places.
Songwriting is something that I'm very focused on improving. I usually get a little bit of lyric and melody together just as an idea, and from there I fool around on the guitar with that little sort of fragment of a song. I try a lot of things out. I might have 4 or 5 verses written for a song that ultimately only needs 2 verses. So it's kind of a long process for me. It's not a fast-moving one.
See the sign of the old hotel. We used to stay there, empty and threadbare.
my songs tend to have a series of images in them that mean something specific to me, but I try to make them clear enough that I can convey some kind of thread of meaning in them. At the same time, I don't want people to necessarily know explicitly what I'm talking about, because I want them to have a chance to mean something for the listener that might have nothing to do with the specifics of why I started writing the song.
I miss the honey, I miss them humming by the flower line. My time is short now, I feel it coming.
I'm very proud of how far I've come, and I do realize that I've had a lot of great opportunities. I've been able to do things like play on the Grand Ole Opry, again go on tour with Elvis Costello.
Spend an hour in the waiting of our old headquarters. None brought.
I feel like there's a great potential in front of me to reach a wider audience and to hopefully draw some people in to knowing my music and appreciating it. I never really envisioned that I'd be able to do this for a living or try to do it for a living, and so I feel very lucky that I get to continue making music and that people continue discovering it and listening to it. It's a wonderful, gratifying feeling to know that I can do that.
I miss the bees, I miss the honey, I miss them